Today, from Brooklyn, New York, it's a special New Year's Eve edition of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Brooklyn Bulls taking on San Diego.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up with their opponents. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business. Set to go, Younghoe Koo ready to do the honors. And we are underway from Brooklyn. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by Josh Rosen, the 10th overall pick taken in 2018 out of UCLA.
And he's had a great season so far throwing the football. Very likely could go over 4,000 yards with a good performance here. And even in an age of passing first, that is no small accomplishment.
Rosen on 1st and 10. He finds his man complete. That's Peterson. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rosen brought in here by Tyler Eifert. The numbers for Eifert in that game last week: 4 catches, 61 yards, and a touchdown.
And he now has 8 touchdowns on the season, and I just know this. He's going to be so eager to run routes in this one and try and get to the end zone at least 2 more times. 10 is a key number. Really signifies that you've had a big year.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Rosen. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. It's Clinton Dix with a pick. So now you've got their offense coming out for the first time with great initial field position. And they're led out by their mobile quarterback out of West Virginia. It's Geno Smith.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, accentuate the positive, because that's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air. Receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. From the 35 on 2nd down, Smith.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a 1st down.
We take a look at his numbers on the ground last week. 2 trips to the end zone and well past 100 yards.
And going back and watching the film, we saw every kind of run from him, didn't we? We saw some power, we saw finesse, we saw speed, and what I love the most, he finished each and every run.
And Smith's throw into the hands of Henry here. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Here's Smith. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. From the gun, here's Smith. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he will have the 1st down before he's brought down at the 3.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Patterson. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Cordero Patterson, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Aftershocks have taken the early lead. But just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible, but all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. It's up and good, and it'll give his guys a 7-0 lead. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Fielded just outside the goal line. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they, on paper, Charles, no doubt they have the edge in this one. They are sitting with the AFC elite, and on the other side, they're down toward the bottom of the AFC. But you know what they say, especially at this point in the season, watch out for a trap game.
And in doing so, I would take my game plan and condense it. I would rely on my fundamentals, the fact that my players are probably just better, and not try and do too much, do just enough to win the game. And on the other side of the field, I'm doing everything. Every trick play I can think of, every different formation, you name it, I'm throwing it at them in order to try and get the upset win.
And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Now Smith. And his throw is incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Out of the gun, Smith. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the 1st. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. That also a career-long kick for the veteran, Charles.
Yeah, how about what he just got done there? We always knew he had a big leg, but how about everything coming together perfectly on that one? Great leg swing, and bang that one through.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
The tackle made by L.J. Ford. These two teams, you may recall, they didn't play each other till late in the year. Their first meeting was not too long ago, back in Week 13. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Here's Rosen to throw. And that is incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And you see his numbers from a week ago. He was up over 100 yards then, and he's already hit pay dirt here once in this one.
We always talk about quarterbacks and receivers getting into rhythm, right? Really feeling good, finding each other downfield. I think running backs operate the same way. They can hit a good rhythm and a good stride, and he's carrying it over from last week.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
A little bit of daylight on that 1st down run sets him up nicely. 8 yards on the carry. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They run with Patterson. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Nothing to score after one on EA Sports. From the 50, it's Smith. It's complete to Lockett. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. A shotgun handoff to Patterson, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll try the air now with Smith. Complete. Hunter Henry with the grab.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
On first down, Patterson. And they'll get him down right around the 16. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might well go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength. Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. Oh, they go with a tight end carry. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Hunter Henry with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Aftershocks are able to extend their lead.
Now that touchdown won't allow you to totally relax, but you can breathe a little easier now. Just increased their lead.
Koo now for the point after. He's got it, and it's 17-0. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. They're down 17-0, really needing to find that offensive spark on this drive as they have it with a 1st and 10. They start the drive with Peterson. Kendall Fuller in on the stop. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. A give to Peterson out of the gun. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
First down, here's a run with Peterson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. And they'll throw it with Rosen. He's got a man. It's Tajay Sharp. he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in a defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Rosen. And he will take it in for the touchdown. Adrian Peterson with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Bulls get a bit closer.
And that's another route that defenders would vote to take out of the game.
The wheel route?
Oh, without a doubt. You're just trying to move everybody in one direction. And whether it's a running back or another receiver, as they zip out on the sideline, you've got a problem on your hands.
Yeah, well, the defenders hate it there. It happened, and it resulted in a touchdown. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. 5 plays there on that drive. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. So here are visitors to take over on offense. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
They're going to start the drive here on the ground with Patterson. David Onyemata there on the tackle.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
On 2nd down. It's Patterson, and he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
The offense on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Smith now to throw. This one complete to Mohamed Sanu. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Smith. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Here's Patterson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. Over the middle, he gets it to Patterson. He will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. It looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now a give right side. Patterson takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there. Still 9 remaining on 2nd down. And he'll wind up picking up about 4 as that is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Getting set to go again on offense, here's Devontae Parker now. Hasn't had his best day to this point here in the 2nd quarter. They're losing. You got to think, though, that also means that maybe the defense doing a good job on it. There's 2 sides to that coin.
I would agree, so you have to give them credit, but that means you've got to find a way to beat that defense and make sure one of your top playmakers touches the football and has an impact on the game. Change formations, change where he lines up, put him in motion. Anything possible to shake him free.
Maybe that greater impact comes here on this drive. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. On 1st down, it's Rosen. Under pressure, and down he goes. Rosen saying, let's go, guys, faster. Clock is running here. Rosen's throw pulled in by Roberts here. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Now Rosen on 1st down. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down. Rosen got a man open. That's Devontae Parker, complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game. Looking for his tight end, Eifert, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller, and the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's over 40 yards here in the 2nd quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Got a man, it's Patterson, complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Now a 1st down throw, it's Smith. Pressure comes, and down he goes. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. A shotgun snap for Smith. Throw out right, taken in by Patterson. Now a signal and a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. On 3rd down, it's Patterson, and he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. So we've reached halftime here on New Year's Eve, as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started out in Denver, and it's the Vikings who are out in front. Kyler Murray has thrown a touchdown pass. Next, we'll head east to Cincinnati to check in on the Bengals at home at Paul Brown Stadium. And it was the visiting LA Rams who get the victory in that one. Darnell Mooney, a touchdown catch in the victory. Finally, let's get down to Miami to see what's going on with the Dolphins.
And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. Once more, they turn to Patterson. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
To throw is Smith. It's complete to Jones. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
I know I'm an old defender, but I've got to give credit where credit's due. That was smart play calling right there on 3rd and 4. They didn't need to do too much. Just let their guy get out there and sit down in the zone, and they hit him for the completion for the first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Patterson on the carry, and not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Throwing is Smith. And this complete to Henry over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1.
Overall, I'd have to say that was just really good team defense, because to me, you can't pin that one on the running back. He had no shot there. He had a man in his face immediately.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. They'll go toss right with Coleman. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7. Back to throw, Smith. And that is incomplete. And they'll send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Rosen. And over the middle, this is Parker. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. On 3rd and 1, Rosen. A bullet throw, but incomplete. Here now, Johnny Townsend, as he's on to kick it away. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle it.
Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. Our visitors getting set to take over on offense. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. Patterson, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Now Gino. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. So they bring out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do?
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Then it's Clinton Dix with a pick. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Patterson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They'll keep it on the ground. Patterson, and he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Throwing now is Gino. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Ball on the 8. It's 2nd and 4. Gino now to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. Julio Jones hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Aftershocks take advantage of the field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Just a 4-play drive that time. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This one fielded at the 5. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Over the middle, Shark's got it complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, Peterson. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. Roberts has it. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. And right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
And he's able to get this way down deep into enemy territory. And they rattle off a big one.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They give it to Peterson. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. 3 quarters in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 3, 2nd and a yard. Again, Peterson. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain deep.
And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Adrian Peterson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bulls have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you'd kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. So here are visitors to take over on offense. If they can score here, they have a chance to make this a 3-possession game and all but put things to bed. Play action. It's Smith. Man open, here is Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, fourth quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now it's Smith. It's caught. Lockett. And he's brought down.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They'll fake it. Now Smith. Flush to his right. And he's brought down. A nice little juke move that preceded it, but not much thereafter. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. And he'll give it here to his running back. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. It was Melvin Ingram that time who shot in to bring him down. And that sack certainly just strengthening his candidacy for Defensive Player of the Year. You think he's got that one in the bag yet?
I'm not willing to vote quite yet just because I want to wait until the season's over, but he is really tracking towards it. Just look at all the great plays we've seen from him throughout the season. Strength plays that you referenced there, as well as agility plays.
Yeah.
They just have not found a way to block him consistently.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out, you remember. Then their defense forced the punt. Now they try to inch closer, but still ultimately down 2 scores in the final quarter. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center. You
mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
The throw here caught by Devontae Parker. 7 yards, the pickup there. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
From the 36, Rosen. Open receiver here, complete, it's Parker. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And now it's Rosen looking. That's caught by his tight end, Uzama. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
They want to go to the air again with Rosen. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Khalil Mack in there for sack number 127 in his great career, moving him past Kansas City Hall of Famer Derek Thomas on the all-time list. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Rosen will throw. And completes it to Kirk over the middle. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Rosen going for it all. And this is intercepted, but they'll say. Now the red challenge flag makes an appearance as Andy Reid wants a second opinion. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So the decision to challenge does not pan out, and that's also going to cost him a timeout. Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
Our visitors getting set to take over on offense. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 82 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see. And to the 49-yard line, but no further, and obviously he is well short of the first. The keeper good for only 4, and that's going to lead to a 4th down.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Only needing 2 yards on second down. Rosen to throw. A high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
Probably time for 2 more shots, and ideally, they'd like to get to midfield or so they have a chance at a Hail Mary on the final play.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Here's Rosen. He's going to let it fly. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here we go, it's Rosen on 4th down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete, so their final drive comes up empty, and with that, the ball game is over. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors, and this coaching staff, CD, I think you'd agree, pleased with this overall effort.
Oh, I think they're more than pleased, right? They've got to look at each other like, wow, we just pulled this one off in a big way. Great job of motivating. Even better job of game planning. They were facing a top 10 defense, so they had to make sure that everything was buttoned down, and they had it ready to go, and their guys executed.
Yeah, they were concerned not only about moving the ball through the air, but also on the ground, but both really started to come in sync. So for our visitors, they get an important win here to move to 11-5 on the year. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.